Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing chicken gizzards. I already washed and cleaned my chicken gizzards, so today I'm doing chicken gizzards. How's everyone doing out there? So I don't want this to be a long video, so I'm going to get started right away. Okay, let me turn my grease on. Okay, for my oil to get hot while I season my chicken gizzards. So I'm going to start off with some paprika. Not too much. So I'm going to place that back in the cabinet. Hold on guys, I got a phone call. Hello?
I think everything you told me to buy, I get it, so I don't think you need anything else, right?
Not that I know of, no. I'm cooking the chicken gizzards right now.
Yeah, because every talking to me though, the bread and the ginger, correct?
Yeah.
You have lettuce, you have cucumber, right?
No, it's one cucumber here. There's a little lettuce here. It's cucumber and lettuce here, yes.
You have that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I buy the milk, I get the milk.
Okay. All right, so I'm recording, okay?
Okay.
All right. See you in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to step away. I had a phone call. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use my adobo. Cayenne pepper. Onion powder. Black pepper. Black pepper. Garlic powder. I already put adobo and seasoned salt. Lori seasoned salt. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put some, shake up my apple cider vinegar. Put some apple cider vinegar. Not too much. And some lemon juice. Now, I'm gonna put this aside. Now, I'm gonna bring it up out the sink. I finished, prepare it, clean it, and everything. So, again, I don't want it to be a long video. Mix up all those juices and spices. Okay, now I'm gonna put some in my oil. Pour it in my pot. Turn on my fan. And distribute them chicken gizzards. So you have to make sure you clean your chicken gizzards because sometimes they have some green residue on them. So you have to make sure you pull off all that green residue. But mine was clean from the store, so I double checked to make sure it didn't have any green residue. So I still washed and cleaned them with salt and vinegar earlier, and I double checked each one individually to make sure that they were clean. Some of you out there may know that gizzards have the green residue on it, that you have to clean them. So some of you may not know that, but the ones that don't know, you definitely have to clean it if you find any green residue on your gizzards. But as I say all the time, clean your food, especially your meats and everything, no matter what. Even if it says it's been cleaned in the store, double clean it again yourself. So I washed my bowl because I'm going to put some peas in here. What we're having with the gizzards, I'm just going to open a can of chickpeas by Goya. The product is by Goya. So I washed my cans earlier, so I'm just rinsing them off to show you guys. Always wash your cans too before you open them. I did that earlier, but that's just a demonstration to show you guys that I washed them. And now let me take off my glasses. I guess you guys say, I never see her face. So I took off my glasses, so. Okay. So now I'm going to take my my strainer here, and I'm going to strain my chickpeas. Okay, so I'm going to rinse the strainer off. Now I'm going to strain that water off my chickpeas, opening 2 cans of chickpeas. Okay. And I'll put these 2 cans, rinse these 2 cans out, and I'm going to place them and recycle the 2 cans. Bag over here so I can put the cans in recycle. Okay. Now, as you can see, I'm rinsing off my chickpeas. I'm going to let them drain in that bowl right there. Now I'm going to sit them up here. So now I'm going to get my my other season that I have here. My Goya season. My Noor and my Goya. Excuse me, yeah. Sazon Goya and Noor Sazon. Oopsie. I forgot that pack is already open and I'm sprinkling season on myself. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that was open. I had opened it earlier and forgot. So I added the Goya season and the Noor season to my I added it to the pot with my chicken gizzards. Now I'm gonna wipe up the season that I just spilled over here because I forgot I had opened that pack up. So I shook season everywhere. So I'm washing that up, guys. You can see this yellow. That's the spices that got messed up here. Okay, so finish to clean up my mess that I just made. Guys, so now I'm gonna stir it up and let my gizzards cook. So it should take about an hour. The gizzards should be done within an hour and a half. They have to boil. So once they boil, then I'll start to fry them with my garlic, my onions and peppers, and my tomato sauce and my curry. I'm having curry gizzards tonight. Okay. Now, so let me start on my garlic. Get my knife, chop up natural garlic. Okay, that's my knife. Okay, wet the garlic because it makes it easier. So, just gonna chop my garlic up. So, I'm gonna have chickpeas and coconut rice with my curry, with the curry gizzards. Now I'm gonna bend down here and get my peppers. Okay, I have my peppers here. So I'm gonna open my peppers up and I'm gonna use some of them to be, so they'll be colorful. And once my gizzards cook, I'm gonna add in a half of yellow pepper and a half of a a green pepper because I'm also gonna put tomatoes in my curry gizzards. So the red tomatoes will give it that pretty red color as well. Okay, so let me put this aside because I'm only gonna use half of this pepper, not all. I'm going to use half the green one and half of the red one. And that's 2 packs. I use 2 packs of gizzards, chicken gizzards. And I'm using 2 cans of chickpeas. And I'm going to make just a medium pot of coconut rice, just white coconut rice to go with it, and chickpeas. Okay. Now, finish to rinse them off. So you know me, I'm gonna have to put some lemon juice in my bowl here. Put some lemon juice over here on my peppers. And some clear white vinegar to wash off my peppers. Just like to make sure I get that residue off my vegetables. So roll them around in the vinegar and the lemon juice. That's so I can just clean any unwanted pesticide off my vegetables before I eat them, before I put them in my food. Roll it around in your lemon juice and vinegar to make sure it comes clean. Oh, guys, I dropped that one on the floor, so gotta rinse this one off. It fell on the floor, so go back in, rub it around in that vinegar and lemon juice. Okay, guys. Alright, so I got my garlic. So once I chop up my garlic, my peppers, and my onions, I'll be back. Okay? While I prep everything, I'm gonna say bye for now. I'm back, guys. I finished to prep my garlic, my yellow peppers, my green peppers, my onions, and my tomatoes. And I put on the chicken gizzards. So now I have coconut milk right here. So as you can see, coconut milk. I have coconut milk right here. I'm going to pour this in the pot for my rice. And I have water in my pot as well for the rice. So it's going to be 2 cups of water and 1 cup of coconut milk, which is the coconut milk I'm using is, it says 13.53 ounces. So I'm using a whole can of coconut milk. Okay, as you can see, that's it. Can is empty. Let that boil with the water for the rice. So now I'm going to add my ingredients and some of these ingredients into the pot. Some of the garlic into the pot for the chickpeas to get that garlic flavor on my chickpeas. Then I'm going to add a few peppers in here as well. So I'm going to break them so they'll be small. And I don't want them too big in my chickpeas. So I'm going to add some onions in my chickpeas as well. I'm going to slice them into halves, into fours. Just so you can give the chickpeas a flavor as well. So it won't be, you know, plain without some seasoning. Alright, so I'm going to add some yellow pieces as well in my chickpeas. Some yellow pieces. So it'll have flavor and also a pretty color to it, guys. Okay, so I put some spice in there. So now I'm going to pour in my chickpeas. These are the chickpeas right here. Alright, so with my chickpeas, I'm going to put some curry. I'm going to put some curry. I finished to put vegetable oil and butter in my chickpeas. So now I'm going to put some curry powder. As you can see, curry powder. Okay, it's beginning to boil, so let me turn that down because I don't want it to overflow. So we're going to have curry chickpeas tonight as well. So just going to mix this up. Oh, it smells really nice. It smells really good in here, guys. Okay, guys, so now I'm going to put the lid on my chickpeas after I put some black pepper and some Lorry seasoned salt. Just a little bit of Lorry seasoned salt and black pepper on my chickpeas. Now, guys, okay, gonna mix it up again. Mix in the salt and pepper in my chickpeas. Gonna turn up the fire a little bit. Okay. I put it on between medium and low, my chickpeas. I want them to just simmer. So now in my chickpeas, I'm going to add a little cumin, turmeric, a little turmeric, ground turmeric. and a little bit more curry in my chickpeas. So I'm going to mix it up again. Oh, that smells so wonderful. Okay, I'm going to cover it now and just let that simmer on medium. So now, as you can see, I had put in my gizzards. The gizzards are cooking well. See, guys, these are the gizzards. So now I'm gonna add in my tomatoes. I'm gonna add in my onions. I'm gonna put this down here, the lid over there, so you guys can get a good view of what I'm doing here. Okay. I finished to chop up everything. So now I'm adding in my garlic. This is my garlic. That's a piece of onion I have to chop up more. This is garlic right here. As if you can see the garlic. I'm going to put my garlic in. Now I'm going to place in my green peppers. Put my green peppers. I'm putting in my onions. More green peppers. More green peppers and yellow peppers and onions and garlic, the remaining. Okay. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to enjoy this meal. More garlic. So for this dish, I use 2 whole garlic cloves. And I have 2 packs of chicken gizzards here. So I'm doing enough for 2 days. As I said, I'm a family of 4, and sometimes I have my son come by when he finished his courses. So I chopped up the rest of my onions. Yes, my son stopped by to have a meal sometime at night with the family. So now I have a Scotch bonnet. So now I'm just gonna chop up my Scotch bonnet pepper here. Okay guys, I finished to chop up my Scotch bonnet. So now I'm just going to pick this up with my spoon and my knife and place that in my pot. I used a green Scotch bonnet, but you can use any color Scotch bonnet of your choice. I believe the green ones are a bit milder than the red and the yellow one. I don't think they as hot, but they're still hot, guys. Especially if you leave the seed in it. So I want this dish a bit spicy. So now to get that Scotch bonnet off my cutting board, I'm going to use my spray here so it don't put my hand and burn my eyes out if I touch this board after I just cut that Scotch bonnet. So you want to wipe that up with a paper towel before you put your towel on it. So now I'm going to wash off. Oh, I left a piece of my tomato. Leave that in my pot. Okay. Now I'm going to wash my hands so I don't put my hands in my eyes and burn my eyes. Make sure you wash that pepper off your hand. My water and my coconut milk is boiling. So now I can add my butter and my rice. Get my rice washed. But let me finish this board first. Make sure some Scotch bonnet left here. Burn anybody's eyes or hand. Get on anyone's hand and then they place their hand in their eyes or their mouth. That's sufficient. I wiped it up with a paper towel first. So to make sure I collected any seeds that was left behind. So I think I'm good to go, guys. Now I'm gonna put my curry powder in my chicken gizzards. So you want to sprinkle about 3 tablespoons. So I'm mixing it all up now. All those delicious flavors. And the tomatoes, the onions, the peppers, the garlic. Mixing them up in the pot. Get all that good flavor so it can cook down and cook inside of those chicken gizzards. These chicken gizzards are going to be so flavorful. When you have a large family and your money is tight, you have to learn how to improvise and use good sources of other meats that can save you money. Because these 2 packs of chicken gizzards, they each pack, 1 pack cost me no more than $2.75, and that 1 pack of the chicken gizzards was like $3.25, depending on the weight. So I spent no more than $3, $5, $6, no more than maybe just $5, $6 to $7 on just 2 packs of chicken gizzards. So I didn't really do the math, but you do the math. Okay, so now you just want that to boil. So now I put my curry. So now I'm going to add in my turmeric. If you can see that, turmeric. Ground turmeric. Keep doing them backwards. So you don't want too much turmeric. Just a little bit. You want more of the curry. Then you do that one. Oh, look at that. Look at those colors, guys. Oh, and with that tomato. Smells so good. smells wonderful. I can't wait. Okay, so over here, I gotta get my rice going now. So let me get my rice. Okay. I'm gonna move my curry and my turmeric out of the way. Open up my rice here. So now I'm gonna put the lid on my chicken gizzards and let them just simmer on medium heat. And I have my chickpeas. They're simmering. Oh, they smell so good. Woo! Mm. My mouth is watering. I'm ready to eat. This food smells so good. Okay, so now over here in my sink, I'm gonna wash out my strainer. I'm gonna get my rice on, wash my rice and get it on. And then I have my okra. I'm gonna have fried okra as well as a green vegetable. Okay, finished to wash my strainer. Okay, and I'm gonna move my strainer aside. I'm gonna get my green cup here and scoop out some rice. That's 1 cup of rice. That's 2 cups of rice. So I'm gonna do 2.5 cups of rice. No, I'm gonna do 3. I'll make enough for tomorrow, so I'm gonna do 3 cups of rice. Okay. That's 3 cups. And if you see any green leaves, I put bay leaves in my rice to preserve it so no little friendly creatures develop in my rice. So I have to buy more rice. So my rice bucket, I have like scoop it up so. And the rice that I'm using is jasmine rice, guys. I'm using jasmine. So I'm gonna use my bowl here to put underneath my rice like that so I can wash my rice. That way I won't lose any of my rice in the sink. So you want to wash your rice with hot water. And I'm just picking out a little bay leaf that's in there. And little pieces of bay leaves. Any rice fall in your bowl, just dump it back in the strainer and wash it. You want to wash the rice until your rice is, the water is clear. Little pieces of bay leaves. So, but it won't hurt if you have a few pieces that broke off in your rice. Okay, I rinsed it 3 times, so I think that's sufficient. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so I washed my rice. So now I'm gonna put in some kosher salt. Okay. I'm gonna put some kosher salt in my rice. And my coconut water, my coconut milk, and the water. Like I said before, guys, that almost overflowed from the salt thing, but I caught it for some time. You want 2 cups of water and 1 can of coconut milk and 3 cups of rice. Once the rice comes to a boil, you want to just stir it, and after you stir it, you're going to turn it on low heat, and you're just going to leave it alone. Once it comes to a boil, stir it 1 time, a few times, and then you're going to leave the rice alone. So now I'm going to just stir it to break it up right now. So now I have to put in my oil so it won't stick. So let me get my butter. Okay. I have Land O'Lakes margarine. Now I'm just going to cut about that much. So that's about 2 tablespoons of butter. Because I have all the good spices going on in the chickpeas, the curry, the turmeric, however you pronounce it. And I have the curry in my chickpeas, and I have curry and turmeric in my chicken gizzards. Oh, it smells so wonderful. As I said, guys, my mouth is watering. I do apologize for that. But when you know you're going to have good food, you know that's going to happen. You're going to be ready to eat it before it even cooks. That's how wonderful it smells. So bring that up on high so it'll go ahead and boil with that butter. Then I'll turn it down on low. Okay. Once that boils, I turn it on low. So I'm gonna put some butter, also some butter here in my chickpeas. Oh my goodness. turn my chickpeas on low. Okay. So now, just gonna stir in my rice again. It's starting to boil. So now I'm gonna change the eyes. Put my rice on the back eye, because my back eye cooks lower, much lower than the front eye does. It's good. That's the right amount of salt and everything. So now I'm gonna turn this down so it don't burn. I'm gonna move my cast iron skillets over here. I keep them on my stove. Move them out of the way. Now I'm gonna transfer my rice on the lower eye and just let that slowly cook. And put my lid on my rice. Okay. Alright. Now I'm gonna use my cast iron skillet to fry my okra. Okay. So I'm gonna move my my margarine back in my freezer. Now, I'm gonna rinse my bowl. Leave those leaves. Move my spoon holder. Turn my fire on low. Here's my cast iron skillet. Okay. Alright. Rinse up my cast iron. Place it here. Now, check on the knife. Woo! That smells so good, guys. Oh my god, it smells so wonderful. Rinse my spoon off. Look at those beautiful colors. Look at that, guys. Look at those beautiful onions and green peppers and red peppers, garlic, Scotch bonnet ones, those chicken gizzards, with the tomatoes in here as well. So now that it starts to reduce and my chicken gizzards are about done, I'm gonna add in my tomato paste. Okay, and spoon over there. So now I'm gonna add in my tomato paste. Okay. Get a fork. All right. That. Take that lid. Now I'm going to add in my tomato paste here. to get as much as I can of my tomato paste out of this can. Let me get another can of tomato paste in my pantry here. I have another can of Hunt's tomato paste. And you want to wash that can off. If you don't know where it's been, before they packed it in there, you want to wash it off. Then you're going to wash your pan opener. Just want to lift that up with your hand. Take your fork. Just take some of that, like a half. You want to use just like a half a can. So you're just going to mix that in. So you just want to stir it until that tomato paste absorb in your sauces, mix in with all those good flavors you have in here. As you can see, the color of the sauce begin to change from a total yellow color with the turmeric and the curry into more of a reddish orange color now with the tomato paste mixed in here. And the sauces begin to thicken. My coconut rice is cooking on low. My chickpeas are on low. So last thing I have to do, guys, is just do my green vegetable, which is my okra. I'm going to fry my okra. Oh, I can't resist no longer, guys. I have to taste it. I have to get a taste. I have one of my metal silver spoons. I have to give it a taste. I have to turn down the heat. As you see, I turn the heat down on low because I want it to just simmer now because they are ready. Okay, my skillet's ready. So, we bring one up. Cover my pot. Close this. I have to put some oil in there. Let me put this in the pot. The tomato paste. Mix that little tomato paste in. Don't want to waste anything. This is going to be so good, guys, with the coconut rice and the chickpeas and the fried okra. Okay, now I'm going to taste it. See that? Oh, that looks so good. It's so soft. Woo. That gizzard. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my God. You guys gotta make this. Follow the recipe. And I guarantee you, it's a 10. You're gonna love it. Those of you that eat chicken gizzard. And those of you that don't, try it for the first time for yourself. And follow along on the recipe that I just did. Again, you want your gizzards to boil for 1.5 hours. And depending on how many packs you do. I did 2 packs. So 2 packs for me will boil 1.5 hours. So I don't know how large your family is, how small your family is. So it's whatever amount you want to cook. If you cook 3 packs, I suggest you give it 2 hours. That is delicious. Oh, I can't wait. So now, let me get my okra done. Over here I have my okra. Let me get the clean utensil. Okay, I rinsed it off. See guys, my okra. Look at that okra. Ah. Okay, so you want to place some in your bowl. I gotta rinse it out because a little bit of curry down in my bowl from the taste I just took. Okay, so take some of your okra, put it in here. I don't want to fry all this okra. That's enough for 2 days. So I'm gonna leave some okra for another day. So I'm gonna cover it back with my plastic. Place it back in my refrigerator to keep it cool. Put my foil on my bowl. Put this back in my fridge. Okay. Put that in here. Okay. Put that back in my fridge. Now I'll get my oil going. Oil here in my skillet. Oh, I don't need to use that. I have my oil here that I used earlier today. I did some French fries, so I'm going to use the oil I use on the fries for my lunch today. So, you don't want too much oil. Okay, so put my oil in there. Now, I have to get my cornmeal out the fridge. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way for a moment. I got to get my cornmeal. Okay, that's the flour. I leave. So, cornmeal. Okay. This is my cornmeal. Washington cornmeal that I use. Okay. I'm going to put my cornmeal here. Move this stuff out of the way. Move this out of the way. Guys, I always put a little oil in my tomato paste. That will help the tomato paste from mold. It won't mold when you put a little oil in there. It helps preserve your tomato paste. Then you just move it around inside. Move that oil around on your tomato paste. Shake it up a little bit. That oil will help preserve your tomato paste. Just roll it around in there. Okay. So you get some on all of it. That's it. Then you close it, place it back in your fridge, and your tomato paste will stay fresh. Alright, so now I'm gonna get on my spices here. For this, I'm just gonna use some Lorry seasoned salt on my okra. Not too much because you don't want it salty. And then some garlic powder. And then some onion powder. And you're going to have some black pepper. Okay. Some black pepper. Black pepper. Then you want to use some crushed peppers in here. Okay, so get something and my crushed peppers. Okay, put the salt back. Put this back. So crushed red peppers. You want to put some crushed peppers in it. That's enough. Give it a little flavor. Okay, that's enough. Then, last but not least, just a little splatter of cayenne. Not a lot. That's it. Okay. That's it, guys. Then you want to take this, just rake this off. Off the cutting board. Okay. So then you want to mix this up. So what I do, so that will stick. If your okra is a little dry, just take your hand and just move a little water around on it, just a little bit. Because you want the flour to stick. You want your cornmeal or your flour. If you don't have cornmeal, you can use flour. You want it to stick to your okra. Just a drop of water, no more than a teaspoon, even less than a teaspoon, just to moisture the okra. So your cornmeal or your flour, whatever your preference is, so it will stick. So with me, I'm gonna add some flour. I have some flour here. I have to go and buy myself some flour. I ran out of flour, guys, so I need to buy some more flour. But I do both. I put flour on mine and cornmeal. Just a little bit of flour, because you want the cornmeal on here as well. Not too much flour, just a little bit. Some people use just one, but I use the flour and the cornmeal. Now, I'm going to pour my corn flour here. Not too much. That should be enough. See? I use flour, self-rising flour. That's all I have left. And this is cornmeal. Washington cornmeal. And I keep my cornmeal in my fridge. Ain't much flour left, but I can put that in there as well. I'm a little, so definitely have to put that on my list to get more flour in the house. Because I'm going to start my baking now, guys, too. Now that the holidays is coming. And my birthday is around the corner. My birthday is November 19th. So, trying to figure out what I'm going to do on that special day. I have my cousin also. Her birthday is November 19th. Her name is Betty. We share the same birthday. But we weren't born the same year. But we share the same day. Okay, guys, that's ready. That's ready. So you can also take your hands are clean, and just put your hands in there and mix it. So make sure to get a good mix on it. Okay, now you want to drop one in. Yep, that's ready to fry. So you don't want to put too many at once. Just enough, because you don't want them to be overcrowded. Okay. Turn my heat up to medium heat. It was on low, so now I'm going to turn it up. Let's finish them. Mix these. Make sure the season is distributed on them. Make sure they all got some salt and season. Oh. Okay. I'm going to wash my hands. Start to clean up my mess. Let me clean my mess up. Okay. Opening up my can some more, guys, because I just want to rinse it and put it in recycle. This coconut can. That's good enough. I'm gonna wipe off my cutting board. First, put my piece of okra back in there. All right, I'm gonna wipe up my cutting board, guys. So that's all washed, wake up. Later after I finish having supper with my family, I'll give this an even better cleaning later on. So for now, that's sufficient for now. As I said before, when I'm cooking, I clean as I go. So I'm going to put my okra that's left back in the fridge. I'll do that another day. Water on the back of my sink. Here. You know how the back of your sink, it seems to, drip. Not really drip, but when you turn your water on, you get some water in the back of your sink. So now I'm going to go in and check these. There are these here. All these different flavors. Ooh. Okay guys, I'm going to let my okra cook, so I'll be back once all the okra is done.